Okay, so right now, underneath the surface of the internet we use every day, a fundamental shift is starting to happen. It's a change so massive, it represents a market opportunity that is, well, it's almost hard to comprehend.
$10 trillion. Let that sink in for a second. That's the scale of the opportunity we're talking about today. It's a number so huge it feels kind of abstract, but what it represents is a complete reinvention of the digital marketplace as we know it.
So you gotta ask, right? If there's a $10 trillion opportunity just sitting there, why isn't everyone and their brother racing to build it? The answer is fascinating, and it's all tied to an idea that's been waiting in the wings for over a decade.
That idea has a name: the intent economy. And even though the name sounds simple, it represents a profoundly different way of thinking about our relationship with, well, the entire digital world.
Here's the core concept, and it's beautifully simple. Instead of being tracked, targeted, and endlessly advertised to, imagine a world where you just state what you need and the market comes to you. The entire model gets flipped completely on its head.
But here's the thing, this isn't some brand new, futuristic sci-fi concept. The idea has actually been around for years, but the world, the technology, it just wasn't ready for it. Until now.
This is the guy who started it all, Doc Searles. Way back in 2012, he laid this entire vision out. He saw a future that was free from this endless cycle of digital surveillance and advertising and replaced it with a direct, honest conversation between us, the consumers, and businesses.
So let's make this real with this classic example. Instead of you having to search a dozen different airline websites, you just broadcast your specific need. The airlines then see your intent, and they compete with their best offers directly to you. No more endless searching, just instant competitive results. It's elegant, it's efficient, and most importantly, it puts you back in control.
Which leads us to the big, obvious problem. If this idea is so powerful, why are our screens still completely plastered with ads? Why are we still the product being sold instead of the customer being served? Well, the answer lies in the system that currently runs the internet.
We are living deep inside what's known as the attention economy. It's a world built not on fulfilling your intentions, but on capturing and selling your attention to the highest bidder. It is, for all intents and purposes, the foundation of the modern internet.
And these are the architects of that world: Google, Facebook, Amazon. The giants of the platform economy built their empires on a very different model. Collect unbelievable amounts of user data, feed it all into a prediction engine, and then sell advertising based on what they think we might want.
When you put these two worlds side by side, the contrast is just stark. But the most crucial point, the one that changes everything, is the shift in your role. In the attention economy, you are the product. In the intent economy, you become the customer again. It's a move from prediction to declaration, from endless browsing to direct fulfillment.
Now, to be fair, we can see little fragments of this future today. I mean, Uber and Airbnb are demand marketplaces, but they only work inside their own walled gardens. Google captures some of our intent signals, sure, but it's all built to serve ads. Alexa understands you, but it doesn't connect you to a global open market. They're all pieces of the puzzle, but nobody has put them all together.
So what's the missing piece? What's the glue that could actually connect all these fragments into a seamless system? It's a piece of core infrastructure that we can call an intent operating system.
And this is the really big idea. An intent OS wouldn't be just another app. No way. It would be a fundamental new layer for the entire internet, a global, open protocol where your needs are understood, structured, and met by a market that competes for your business in real time.
And here's how that flow would actually feel. You just state your need. A powerful AI instantly understands all the nuances of what you want. Businesses with matching services are notified instantly, and their systems respond automatically. Supply literally competes for your demand, and the transaction just happens seamlessly. It's economics at the speed of light.
This visualizes just how much more efficient the world becomes. The old way is this clumsy, tangled mess, right? You're advertised to, you search, you click and compare and scroll forever. The new way is clean and direct. You state your intent, a match is found, and your need is fulfilled. The jump in economic efficiency is just enormous.
And this brings us to the most exciting part. This is not just a theoretical idea anymore. The future that Doc Searles envisioned over a decade ago is finally becoming technologically possible.
This is the key question that unlocks the whole $10 trillion opportunity. Why now? What actually changed in the last decade to turn this dream into a blueprint for the next internet?
The answer lies in three powerful technologies that have finally matured, forming the pillars for this new economy. First, AI can now truly understand the nuance of human language and intent. Second, our global data infrastructure is finally fast enough to handle these requests in real time. And third, the API economy allows pretty much every digital service to be connected and automated. These three pillars just didn't exist in 2012.
And this is the best way to think about the sheer scale of this. Most founders today are building the websites, the destinations. Building an intent OS is like building the underlying protocols of the web itself, like HTTP. It is foundational infrastructure.
So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. The intent economy, powered by an intent OS, isn't an incremental improvement. It's a paradigm shift. It's a new, more efficient, and more human-centric layer for our entire digital lives.
And that leads to a final fascinating thought. The gravity of this idea is so strong that some of the biggest companies in the world are already stumbling towards it, maybe without even realizing it. The race to build this $10 trillion future has already begun. The only question is, who will get there first?